Hi chums. So I'm just I'm filming like a preface video to go ahead of this like information that I'm going to be sharing. So basically somebody stopped to talk to me about my protest, and they identified themselves as some kind of mining executive. I think they said CEO. I'm going to have to check that video in a minute, but something like that. Anyway, so what you're gonna see is like not a whole lot. So basically, like I want to show you the conversation. So you can hear the conversation, but what you're gonna see is from my body cam. So like, this is my body cam. Okay, so recommended to me by Chris Dacey, and it's a very good little unit. It shoots, the resolution is like 1080 or whatever, and I mean, if you're like a serious content creator that has like production, then you already know you probably need like way more than me about this kind of thing. And you know, you might get a 4K type thing, and those are more expensive. But like for me, the only reason that like I have this is like for security and kind of like protection and stuff. Because what happens is that like people like me, you know, like we're exposing misconduct and scams, right? So the people that are involved in this misconduct and scams, they've disposed of like all their professional and personal ethics, right? And they're like liars and scammers, you know what I'm saying? And so then the reason I have this is so that I can document what's going on in case, you know, people are good, like might be trying to set me up and like, you know, so that they can lie or, you know, report lies to like authorities, like cops and other authorities and this kind of thing. That way, you know, I have some documentation of what really happened so that I can defend myself against those kinds of attacks. Also, you know, it's good to, like, say if I were assaulted or something like that, or if somebody tried to kill me, for example, you know, like, I mean, I have that like, you know, on camera or documented or whatever it is. So what you're going to see is not really like what I saw. What you're going to see is behind my sign. So like what I'm doing is like, there's a couple of different things that come with this, different ways to fix it to different places. So what I'm doing at St. Paul Fake University Dangerous Cult protest is I'm securing it to a lanyard, and I'm wearing a lanyard around my neck. And so then usually, because I'm not out here to like record everybody that's going by, everybody that's doing their regular business and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm only recording in those instances, like whenever I'm concerned about what's happening around me or whatever. That's the only time I'm trying to like get things and people on video or whatever. So most of the time it's behind my sign on the lanyard, and you know, so and I'll take it out if I when I'm concerned or when I think I should be documenting whatever is that's going on at the moment, right? So I didn't take it out during this conversation, so it was behind the sign the entire time. So what you're gonna see is video of the back of the sign, you know what I'm saying? So then you're really just going to be paying attention to the audio. And so then, you know, like, I mean, my sign today was like a bright green, so you know, that's all there is to really be seen. And you know, did I say that Chris Dacey recommended this to me? I got it on the Amazon. It's great for my purposes. You know, there's some kind of SD card or memory card in there. I'm not sure, like, it's not like as much storage. It's not the highest amount of storage I got just like a medium or a low amount of storage, but it's perfectly good for me. You know, it stores like a whole day on there if I wanted. And it's got like a USB-C. That's what I use. I haven't removed this SD card ever. I don't even know how to use an SD card, but I know how to use the USB or the USC, the USB-C, whatever that's called, you know, the cord, like the iPhone sticks in the iPhone, that one. So that goes in here, and then I can put that in my computer, and that's how I use the files. That's how I remove the files, store the files, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a pretty decent unit, you know. And yeah, that's it. So just want to let you know what you're going to see coming next. Bye.
Not My Bed Studios.
Hi.
I'm the CEO of the Mining Association of Canada. What do you think of the mining industry?
I'm not against development.
No?
No. But I think that, you know, see, the problem is that through governments and that, consultation is fake. Everything is fake. Like DEI is fake. It's not what they say it is. It's the opposite, right? All this kind of thing. So then if you you care about, First Nations and their inherent rights and the history of what happened here, all that kind of stuff, and you care about consultation, I mean, it should be real. It should be a real thing instead of the fake song and dance, the big show, which is always the case, right? For example, like the Indigenous rights holders or whatever you want to call it have been largely excluded from the parliamentary process around Bill C5, but they're included in these fake hate laws like C9, C8. They're included in those, and that's because they are not of any use to government interest when it comes to the development, but they are used in these fake scams. You see what it is?
Yeah, okay, I wasn't asking about that.
You weren't asking a real question, so that's why I just gave you a general answer.
I just asked you what you thought of mine.
That's right.
Okay. Because we have an EDI program at mining. There's examples, not in Canada anymore, but there are examples of mines in Latin America where they don't have women's toilets. So it's very hard for women to work in these mines.
Well, yeah, and there's I'm an MMIWG survivor, right? So when there aren't facilities for women and you have all these man camps and
right.
these man camps are abducting our
right.
women and murdering them, all these things are problems, right?
So,
and all those problems come with the industry and the development.
So in our EDI policies, we are addressing issues like sexual harassment, like sexual violence at mine sites. That's to us. EDI.
And genocide of Indigenous women that are in those territories.
It's about, so these policies are about making the environment for working in mining more inclusive so that women and Indigenous people can feel more comfortable working in our sector. Because if we
also safe, right? Safe from genocide and assault and rape and all these things, which are rampant, right?
But to me, that's part of what EDI is about. So when you say I'm
not against EDI. A real EDI is great and wonderful. It's just that they're running a scam and they're using it as a license to discriminate arbitrarily against anyone that they target for their violence. It's not just happening here, it's happening in government and all over policy areas and all kinds of places. I'm not the only one speaking out about it.
Okay. When I look at your signs, I see a different perspective than the one you're...
Well, you don't understand why I'm out here. I have information if you're interested. Oh, okay. Oh, lots. Yeah, I get lots of support, lots of interest. A lot of Canadians are really upset about. See, the thing of it is, say for example, I'm a recovering addict as well, right? And harm reduction and safe supply, those are good things. It's just that they pervert these things into death scams. They turn something good and they pervert it into a death scam, and they're doing it with everything. This is the problem.
I actually have a meeting in 10 minutes with someone from the Manitoba Métis Federation.
Yeah.
And he's talking about...
Well, they know who I am. I'm called Johnny Hickey, if you wanted to bring it up. I'm an internationally known scholar and a very well-known MMIWG survivor.
Okay, great. We'll mention that we met. But, if you feel like it, if you went to our website, mining.ca, if you look under Towards Sustainable Mining, you'll see a performance protocol specifically on EDI, and you'll also see in the safety protocol a specific section dealing with workplace violence.
Well, if it's something that you believe in, I recommend that you push against these scams because people should be using it properly and not as
That's what I think we're doing. So anyway, have a look. See if you have any questions, you can reach out on the website to me and let me talk.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.